So again, you really want to be playing with that side control drill. It's just about developing the muscle memory for it. So again, rather than just smashing him in side control and hoping that I get an arm triangle, we want to be thinking about more of the principles of pinning one side, okay? Whether it's this way, turning to twister side control, baiting him into turning, and I want to get this grip, or again, reseating my weight back so this side's light. If he goes for the underhook or whatever, usually if he's going for the underhook or pushing on my knee, this is when I'm going to give my BRABO grip, or he's keeping his hands in boxer hand position, and I receive my weight back. He's trying to put me in the guard. I want to make sure this hand's pushing and I get my head to the mat. Okay, that's the detail I want. That's all three. The rest of the other submissions kind of follow on from there, but basically, if you stick with us for 12 weeks, guys, you'll realize that the Katakatami, the BRABO, the Ezekiel, the Anaconda, the Guillotine Arm, they're all the same submission. It's just I'm at a different angle. Okay, they're all head and arms. Okay, so we're going to look at, guys, the we did a BRABO on the far side. Okay, we'll just mix it up a little bit. This time we're going to hit the BRABO on the near side. Okay, so again, from my position here. Okay, the detail is, guys, I want to be killing this arm. Okay, now again, you know, at beginner's level, you know, sometimes we're taught to, from side control, we sit in the broken scarf, kill this arm here, and then we come back in and we've killed it. Killing it means that it's not in here. Okay, that I've got it right here in this position. Okay, and then from here I've got to keep this super tight. But again, that's very, very difficult. Okay, because if Car's keeping his elbows tucked, okay, and he's using his core, I'm trying to use my hip, okay, to remove this here. Okay, and I can hardly even do it from this position. Look, so I mean that's something that it's taught. You're not really going to hit it in sparring. So we kind of want to look at, and the reason I'm not getting this out is because there's no profile for my hip there's really no profile for my hip to get in here. So all I want to do is turn the bar this way. And when I do, see the space there is now, and then I want to drop my hip into that space and walk it this way. I'm getting a really good shot of my ass there. Okay, this is probably not a good side. So again, one more time. That's going to get 1,000 hits, I think. It's not intentional. 1,000 dislikes. So from here, guys, I have my side control. Details on the crossface, guys. 3 fingers to the inside of the armpit here, and I'm going to pull. See my elbows tight in his hip. I'm going to bend Car, and I'm going to pull him this way. So I'm bending his body towards me, which is putting a lot more pressure on him here. Okay. From this position here. Again, if it's gi, he's got a gi in. He's got a gi in. Okay, so we'll not do that transition. You can work that same crossface. If I've got the gi, I can pass it to here. Use that same grip when I'm driving in. But the control from side control with the crossface is a big detail. So 3 fingers, guys, gets my grip. Okay, and I'm bending Car from the waist up this way. Okay. Now I want to try and create a profile for my hip to go into. So I'm going to swim my hand, grab his far leg, and I'm not stuffing him all the way. All I'm going to do is kind of lean him this way, and the detail is, see the way Car is on his side now? Sometimes when we were playing this, Car was keeping his back on the mat, and I bent his legs, but I didn't bend his back. And then I'm trying to drop into space here, and I'm not going to get it because I have no profile. So from here, the detail was, when I turn him this way, I'm going to use my chest to roll Car this way. Okay. Now there's space here. Okay. I'm just going to drop onto my left hip, so his elbow's sticking into my back. I'm going to walk this way as far as I can. Okay. Till his arm's trapped between his head, right, and my arm, and then I'm going to switch grips underneath. Okay. Now if I walk all the way around here, we're in a very good position. Come on this side, Dave. Okay. We're in the same position we were in earlier from the first move, and again I don't even need to step over, okay, because his arm is between my legs. So again, the detail was, guys, I get my grip rule of thumb, my thumb is in the back of his neck. If I get my thumb in the back of the neck, the sharp bit of my wrist is where it needs to be to get the BRABO. So before I lock all this and squeeze the heck out of Carl using a lot of upper body strength, okay, and my head is over Carl's head, the detail we talked about was I bring my shoulder over the top of Carl's shoulder. My head is moving this way. Okay. And from there I can actually finish it with one arm, just driving in like so. Okay. But now I switch to my bicep grip. And again, when I grip on the bicep, okay, it's a monkey grip. Okay. It's not a C grip because that's a defensive grip where you're pushing away. Okay. So here, drive across, lock it up, and I just put my weight on it. So at no stage am I squeezing till a vein pops out of my head. Okay, because if you're squeezing that hard, again you've messed up the move. Okay, so one more time. So, side control, detail on the cross face, bringing Carl this way. Okay, hand swims in, grabbing the far thigh, roll him with my chest, so I get him onto the side, then I'm just going to drop onto my hip. Okay, so it falls into that profile that space I've created between his elbow, okay, and his lats. I walk this way as far as I can, okay, making sure that I keep this arm. See this arm? I've got to keep it killed, so it's poking out of my hip. Then I switch over, walking around here, yeah. Get the grip on the back of the neck, rule of thumb. Okay. So my thumb is in the back, so that means the sharp part of my wrist is in the right position. Okay. My head moves this way, bringing my shoulder into Carl's shoulder. Then I lock it up, and then I just put a lock just in my body weight on top of the move. Okay. Let's just say from here. Let's go back again one more time. Here, hold him, back, switch, come to this position here. Let's just say from this position, Carl goes to his knees, and I end up here. I'm still locking off that BRABO position, even though I'm in the bottom. Just like last week's class, I'm not going to abandon the movement. As long as his arm is trapped between my lats, here, I just lock it up and I walk towards his legs and I have the transition. So I don't want to, if I lose it in transition from top, you can still finish from here. Okay? My shoulder's still driving into Carl's shoulder. Okay? I lock it off and then I just walk this way. One more time. Once I lock that up, I can still keep on going no matter where he moves. Here. Switch my grips, roll him. Drop my hip, walk, feed this, come around, letting Carl's turning to his knees. I'm going with him. Okay? And I walk this way. If I've left space and Carl gets that arm out, yeah, I've lost the position. So think about when you lock it off, guys, I want to keep it super, super snug. Okay? But when I put my shoulder over the top of his shoulder, then I lock this off. Then I just relax into it. That's the detail. We don't want to be using strength to finish this. And again, if you can use it, if you can finish with one hand, that's even better. So if you get to this position here, I want you to get used to actually finishing, okay, just with one hand. Okay, which means when you have two and he's resisting, you're going to be much more effective with the BRABO. So that's your side control, guys, to the near side BRABO. Let's drill.